Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Enjoy this because we won't get many of these. Manchester United 5, RB Leipzig 0 in the Champions League. If you thought PSG was good, that was just the French starter. This was the main course. Absolutely stunning. And I tell you what, Red Bull's in the mud tonight because it don't give you wings. It gets you battered. Absolutely battered. Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer style. I tell you what, if you are Ole out, you shouldn't watch us in Europe because I don't get how. I really don't get. I respect it because opinions are opinions. But how can you be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out? How can you be? I get it. Didn't like the team that he picked against Chelsea. Why are Dan James and Mata starting? I think that was buried rest in peace tonight. But how can you be Ole out based on those two games against PSG and Leipzig that were very different performances, with very different tactical approaches, with very, very different changes in the last half an hour that gave us very, very convincing wins against very, very good sides? If you thought PSG was a one-off and a fluke, you can't say that after tonight. The hunger, the desire from the players, the quality on the bench, the ability in the last half an hour against Leipzig to just not just take the game away, obliterate them. And of course, Rashford with the ball under his arm, the 3-ball hat-trick guy, will take a lot of the credit. But don't tell me Bruno Fernandes didn't turn that game on the head either. So much to talk about. So much positive in that. But what I want to say is, how can you be Ole out? We'll probably go and draw against Arsenal at the weekend. But do you not see that this manager did not get backed in the summer and is still sending out statements like that to Europe for the second week in a row? I think it shows a real tactical emergence amongst Ole and the coaching that we always questioned. We are now starting to see that because a diamond is not a 5-3-2, a diamond is not a 4-3-3, and a diamond is not a 4-2-3-1. And we've seen different formations over the last few games since the international break, and we've not been beaten, and we've not looked like getting beaten once. I love the diamond formation. This was something I wasn't really too sure about probably about 3 weeks ago, but we haven't got wingers. We haven't got wingers, so why do we play with wingers? I know United, for me, it's ingrained in me, we've got to play with width. You can still play with width. You can play with width if you've got Telles in the team, and maybe that's how we evolve it. But that team today, that's the way to play. That is the way to play. None of this 2 CDMs sat in front of a back 4 shit. We've got to play more expansively. And I think that diamond absolutely gets the best out of our best area, but also exploits another, makes us stronger in another area. I think when we play with a front 3, we haven't really got a lot of depth. When you play with a front 2, you can play Martial and Rashford, you've got Greenwood and Cavani. We don't even need to go near Ighalo and Dan James. So the front 2 system works, gives us real quality and depth. And in the midfield, you've got loads of options in there. So the diamond's got to stay. Fair play for Ole for using it. I know we've been talking about it on this channel all week. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought it was going to be a fan theory. This is what we should do, but we'll never do it. He went and did it. And I thought it was brilliant. And M.A says, remember at 1-0, I said this was Rashford's game. What a win. Exactly. Mark spitting truth. Glory to Manchester United, says Sawant. And if only Dan James and Mata were playing on the wings, the game would have been 10-0. Disgraceful from Ole, says Alexander. Ollie Rashford, that's Nagelman, says Mr. X. And announced Sancho, says, welcome to the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. I do want to say welcome to Knights and Castles as well, and take this into the league and United are back, says Rudolph the Red. Well, the thing is, we're only as good as the last performance, aren't we? I'm not going to promise you a win against Arsenal because I think we thought after PSG, let's go and beat Chelsea, and we didn't. Every game, we saw it in the international break, and we looked at every game and we went, bloody hell, that's a tough run of games. There's no guarantee we'll beat Arsenal. They'll play 5 at the back, they'll be tight. But we won tonight. Screw 5 at the back. We've got 5 in the back of the net tonight. So that's the most important thing. But look as well, Upamecano is a player that I would still buy. I still think he played well tonight. He just fell apart a little bit. But I still think that I'm not going to turn my back on Upamecano. And Nagelsmann's still a very good coach. But Ollie's got more pockets than a snooker table. He's pocketed Tuchel. He's pocketed Nagelsmann. Who's next? Nagelsmann got outdone by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So where's this PE teacher? Where's this bloody Ollie the Wally shit? I said this last week. I'm not saying we're going to beat Arsenal. I'm not saying we're going to win the Champions League, and I'm not saying we're going to get top 4. But I'm telling you what, he has this coach that we've got. He's got the potential to be a Manchester United manager. And there's not many managers. I'll say it again. In fact, sod it. I'm going to say it again. Name me a Manchester United manager since Sir Alex Ferguson that's gone and beat PSG convincingly in their own backyard and has stuffed a very good Bundesliga side in his own backyard. We haven't done that. We've not been doing that for nearly a decade. So how can people tell me Poch is available? We need Poch. Or Nagelsmann. We need... No. I want this manager to do the job. And I think he's showing he can do it. The word that we crave and cry for is consistency. Can we get the consistency to do this regularly? That's the real question. Because tonight you saw Pogba play, you saw Van der Beek play, you saw Bruno come on, you saw Rashford come on. And this is the thing for me. This is the real big thing. And I'm so happy that Martial got a goal because I thought he was getting frustrated, by the way. I'm glad he got his goal. Fantastic game, Mark. Rashford looked electric and Pogba had a good game as well. 10 out of 10 for Matt Barras. And Upamecano looked really good. Hope we go in for him in the summer, says Laith. Ricky can't complain about Bruno now, says JK Tay. And what a great game. This is Manchester United. Rashford was man of the match. That's what you call a great team today. What do you think, says Gareth Hall. Mate, you know what? If you want to give Marcus Rashford man of the match, that's up to you. But I'm telling you now, smash a like on the video if Fred was your man of the match, because Fred was my man of the match. He was everywhere and nowhere, baby. That's where I'm at. I love that song. But no, Fred was everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. 2 goals came from tackles from Fred. So the thinking person's get man of the match was the person who was on the pitch. I mean, Marcus Rashford was amazing. We'll do the player ratings in a minute. But I think you've got to go beyond Fred. Fred was absolutely fantastic. Definitely man of the match, says Hodge Burned Down. I thought Fred was absolutely massive. But look, what I would say is, let's not run away with ourselves on a night where it's very hard to put the handbrake on. I wanted to say this. There's a few things I wrote about during the game. And I want to say this. We've got nearly 50,000 watching, which is amazing. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, and get involved. Loads of content still to come tonight. Fan cams. Ricky, I can't wait for Ricky's fan cam. We're doing the player ratings in a minute. But this tonight excites me. I would have been excited if we'd won 1-0. I'm not a greedy guy. I would have been happy with 1-0. I'm over the moon with 5-0. But what really I take from this game is that we've got to play this system more. We've got to play the system that gets the most out of our midfielders more. We've got to play the system that uses our front 2 more. I love this system. I want to work with this system because we've got loads of midfielders and a front 2 isn't a front 3, so it gives us a lot of depth in the attack as well. But the biggest thing I loved about this, and this is why so many people quite rightly got angry about Dan James and Mata playing at the weekend, and not just that, the midfield 2 of Fred and McTominay. We don't need 2 shields. In the diamond, you have 1 shield. And I thought Matic was brilliant tonight. And I thought Ollie was brilliant to take him off on the yellow card. I thought, why is Matic coming off? I thought, I'll talk about Matic in a minute. Matic was really important in that game. And then he took him off and McTominay came on and did a good job. And I think that's McTominay's place. Bench. At the moment, it's bench and Matic starts. But what I loved about tonight, and the problem with picking the Mata and James is, you can only make 3 subs, and you know you're taking Mata and James off because you know they're not going to be good enough over 90 minutes. So you waste 2 subs. What happened tonight? I know you can make 5 subs, but what happened tonight? Van der Beek got his start. Pogba got his start. Fred played. Matic got his start. Greenwood got his start. Martial started. You look at the bench and you go, shit. You've got Rashford, Bruno, Cavani, Twansebi. McTominay can come on in the midfield as well. Just an abundance of squad depth that only 3 months ago we knew our starting 11, our best 11 was Matic, Pogba, Bruno, and then you looked at the bench and you went, oh my god. All right, Fred and McTominay are there, but they're playing shit. Up front, who's going to play up front if you've got to take off Martial, Greenwood or Rashford? Agarlo, Dan James, oh my god. Tonight, we brought a sub on, he scored a hat-trick. We brought a sub on and he changed the game, Bruno, as well. So this is what I'm on about. This squad depth in this system is unreal. This system gets the best out of our strongest areas, which is midfield and attack. He's got to keep playing it. I think you're going to get the best out of Greenwood, you're going to get the best out of Martial, you're going to get the best out of Rashford, and you're going to get the best out of Cavani. Because to me, they're all strikers. I don't think only Martial can play up front on his own. I don't think Rashford can play up on his own, Greenwood, and I don't think Cavani's got the pace to play on his own up front. But as a 2, I think it suits all 4 of our strikers. All 4 of them. And obviously the midfield, the diamond. I I just thought it was. I really, really was impressed with that performance. Lovely win for my 27th, says Taylor Barnett. Another hat-trick under Ollie. That was going to be my question. Until how many wins can we say that we can keep our consistency, says Omar McKay. Rashford's got 4 goals in 2 games in the Champions League. Arsenal should get ready to speed them butt cheeks. Spread, he said, Pablo, actually. And Fred is so underrated, an absolute machine in the midfield. Martial as a number 9 still needs to work on his position in the box. Put respect on Ollie, says Coldwater. Long live the Diamond, says Sean Oldham. Yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing really to be negative about. I loved Ollie. I love the Ollie celebration. As I said, I think Ollie would smile and party poppers. He's a happy person, as I said in the watch along, but he had a reason to be happy. Ricky is fuming right now. Most of the players involved in the goals are the ones that he doesn't want in the lineup, says Beto. Can't wait to see his fan cam, by the way. Happy to see us change to our formation, to our match, our depth. I'm happy to put my pitchfork away after that decision, says Claire Rodriguez. Having 5 subs in the Champions League helps us massively, says Holly Jenkins. Well, it only helps us because we've now got a bench. You know, this is the thing. If you bring Mata and James on, you're going to struggle. If you bring better players and you start better players, you're not going to struggle. Mark, what's the Bundesliga? 100% in every part of the pitch tonight. Love the Matic and Fred duo, and Rashi is a legend on and off the pitch. Ollie, 100%. MT90, thanks for the super chat. I just want to stay. We're going to do the player ratings. If you want to, you've still got a couple of minutes to do your player ratings. The link's in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being average. Put a star next to your man of the match and submit your scores. You've still got a couple of minutes to do it if you want to do it through the link in the video description. Talk about how we haven't conceded a single goal from an opposition player since the international break, says Al Rizzo. And hi Mark, Upamecano should play CDM. He was a better passer than Fred, says Arito. Right, I want to talk about this. There seems to be an obsession with United to play Fred and McTominay. Matic and Fred can play together. They proved it again tonight. 100% can they play together. Let me talk about Matic and Fred because it was a platform. The way the diamond worked today is it moved from one side to the pitch to the other, wherever the ball was. And you know, if Pogba was the left side and the ball was on the right, he was central. Matic moved across, Fred moved across, and Donny came in from the top. It worked fantastically well. We'll talk about it probably more tomorrow about the diamond in preparation for Arsenal and why we should use it. Matic as a CDM, as a holding CDM on his own, he can do that all day long as he's got a bit of support, and he had a bit of support today. But what I loved about Matic that you will never get from McTominay because he's not at that level and he's not respected at that level, is that Matic was dictating to Maguire and Lindelof when to hold on and where to pass. That's so important. He's not the captain, but he's the conductor. And he's pointing like a conductor does to his orchestra where to play the ball, how quick to play the ball, when to take your time. It's so important. And Matic has got a passing range as well. I mean, Matic should have had a goal. Donny should have played him in one-on-one. So I thought Matic was brilliant. Now, Fred is just a footballer who, like any other footballer, has a weakness. His weakness is his passing and his first touch. Occasionally, it gets away from him. But he is the best player in the squad at winning the ball back tenaciously. And that is why we scored 2 of our goals. The first goal and I think the third goal came from Fred like a magnet on the ball, winning it back. Now, I think we struggle in the modern game because we see a weakness in a player and we focus on that weakness. Matic isn't as quick as he used to be, but it doesn't mean he can't play that role. Fred's passing range and first touch is sometimes a bit weak. But he's the only player we've got in our midfield who can run across the ground very quickly and win the ball back. And we got 2 goals against a good side today, against the side who likes to do that themselves. So Fred is worth his weight in gold in a midfield 4 like that. And this is why the diamond works really well. You can have Matic as a CDM and his lack of pace is compensated by having players around him to help him, and he can conduct from the back. You can have Fred in a 4 because his tenacity is so important and his energy is so important. And when he loses the ball, there's players around to help him and there's other players with a passing range to compensate that he hasn't got one. You can put Pogba or Van der Beek in there because, all right, they may not like getting back, but they don't have to get back as far. They can get forward and they've got the compensation of the midfield 4. And you can play Bruno at the head of the diamond because he's got 3 midfielders behind him, which means he can hang around higher up the pitch more. It is perfect for every element of our diamond. Now, what I would say about the diamond, and we'll pick up on it more tomorrow, Bruno's the star of the diamond at the head. Matic is the holder of the diamond at the end. Fred plays on the right-hand side because he's the only one who's tenacious. Van der Beek or Pogba take the left role. If that's how we're going to do it, I don't mind if Van der Beek sits on the bench every now and again because he'll get on with half an hour to go. I don't mind if Pogba's on the bench because he'll come on. But to me, Matic, Fred and Bruno have to start in that diamond, and you let Pogba and Donny van de Beek chase it out. How did I think Donny van de Beek did tonight? I think it shows exactly what I've been saying. He's not a number 10. He's too high up the pitch in that system. Suits Bruno, doesn't suit Donny. Donny needs to play in either the Fred role or the Pogba role. He's better from deep, he's energetic, he's good at closing the ball down, and he's good at passing. He was too high up the pitch. This myth that he's a number 10 is bollocks. And we need to start realising that he's not a number 10. Look at his career. He's not going to get you loads of assists. He's not going to let you get you loads of goals. He'd be perfect in the Pogba or the Fred role. That is where Donny plays on either side of the diamond. He doesn't play at the head and he doesn't play at the base. So I thought Van de Beek played well today, but he's not the Bruno. This team is playing for the manager and playing for the badge. If you are Ollie out, you have an agenda and you are miserable. Pogba also played great and showed major heart going back and defending, says Michael Douglas. I just don't think Pogba's fit yet. I don't think he's fit yet. 2 group stage games. Man United is now tied most scoring team and tied best goal difference in the Champions League with Barcelona. This is after we've played our 2 hardest games in the group, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. Cavani was so unlucky not to get that goal. He should start against Arsenal with the diamond again. No. Well, no, actually, you're right, yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I'd probably play Greenwood and Rashford. It's a shame Martial won't play, actually. Rashford is the only Man United player who scored a hat-trick after getting subbed on after Ollie in 1999. It's mad, says Chubba. And with all our younger players performing so well, I actually feel like we have something special growing for the first time in years. Consistency is key. We've got to start winning in the Premier League. I think Sunday, if we can win on Sunday, it is the start of something very, very special, I think. Pogba, Bruno, Fred and McSauce have to start. Ollie got it spot on, and Upamecano allows for a highlight. McSauce has got to start. Ibrahim, what's... No, I'm not... Just because we've had a good result, I'm not going to let that fly. Why does McTominay start over bloody Matic? What sauce are you drinking? McTominay came on and provided a bit of energy in the last half an hour, but we were on the attack because of Bruno and Rashford. Matic was superb. I don't know what you're on about. McTominay doesn't dictate that midfield. He doesn't lead that midfield. He's not got a passing range. He's an energetic player from the bench, or if somebody's injured. No way should McTominay be starting over Matic. I don't even think it's close. I mean, that's just my opinion, but absolutely no way. He can't pass and he can't dictate. He can't orchestrate. So for me, it's Matic. But you know, maybe I'm missing something. Rye Brynan, thanks for the thanks for joining the members club. Jack Clark says McTominay's so disrespected his class. He's not disrespected. He's just not as good as Matic. And love your content. You bring so much entertainment to this. Too many jokes. Keep it up, says Shahab. Thanks for that. We're going to do the player ratings now. I just want to make sure there's nothing else I wanted to get out there. Matic leadership. Pogba can't play with Bruno. Bruno in the diamond. Fred and Matic. Subs quality. Got to keep the diamond. Ollie haters in the mud with the Red Bull. Yeah, I think that's all that's there. Right, let's do the player ratings. Welcome to the Members Club, Michael Melro. We've got nearly 10,000 likes, which means it's been a good result. Please smash a like if you are watching. And make sure you subscribe if you're new, by the way. I don't know how many subscribers we've got, but we're going to do the player ratings now. I just want to make sure I've got the right link. Come on, come on. People are waiting for the player ratings. It's the most important part. Okay. Let's go. I think I've got it. So player ratings. We should have everybody's player ratings on here. Let me just do the refresh. We've had... How many? We've had 16,000 votes. You can do it through the link in the video description. So we've had 16,000 votes. Oh! David De Gea. David De Gea to me was 7. 7.6. I've gone low. I'm so happy I've gone low. I was going to go with an 8. You've gone with 7.6. What a save. What a save. They don't do it justice when they show it in slow motion. That header is point blank header at speed. And he's got his hand up quicker than I have for last orders. Unbelievable. Unbelievable save. So fast. He's back. David De Gea is back. I feel sorry for Dean Henderson because it's a waste of time. At least he's getting 140k a week, but it's a waste of time. David De Gea is the man that can't be moved. He's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely superb from David De Gea. Wan-Bissaka, again, I thought he was really good. I'm going to give him an 8. 7.7, yeah. I mean, Wan-Bissaka for me was probably our best defender. him and Luke Shaw actually had a lot of defending to do because they tried to get down the flanks. And I thought very good tackle in the first half. He does still make me nervous going to ground, but he's so good at it. I don't know why. So yeah, Wan-Bissaka for me, I give him an 8. You give him a 7.7. You know, you say tomato, I say tomato. I don't. I say tomato. Victor Lindelof, 7.2. Yeah, I mean, look, Lindelof and Maguire for me didn't really have a lot to do. The game was a midfield battle in the flanks. That was where Leipzig tried to get at us. And because we did so well down the flanks and because we did so well in the midfield, did they really have a shot in the box from their strikers? I mean, everything they had really was sort of set pieces. So again, I'd give Maguire a 7, 6.8. Maguire just doesn't look confident on the ball to me at the moment. And again, I don't know why he's got that captain's armband. I don't know why he's got it, but it's not costing us at the moment. But he did okay today. You know, if I wanted to take a tiny, tiny little negative, you know what my tiny negative's going to be? He brought Twansebi on and put him at right back. This is not the way we're going, Ollie. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We are not building Twansebi out as our centre-back partner for Maguire or Lindelof. We're not sticking with Maguire and Lindelof. They will do us over. Against the very good team that attacked us, they are not good enough. We need to get Twansebi in at centre-back. He is quick. He is strong. He can be our upper Meccano. So Twansebi has got to come into that centre-back pairing. I don't want this bullshit that Maguire and Lindelof are the answer. We'll never win anything with those two. They will have good games like tonight, but they'll cost you goals like they do. And they lack pace. So we've got to get Twansebi in there. But tonight's not the night for that. A few super chats. Rashford is the first to score a hat-trick since Solskjaer did it in 99, says Sidran. I was always opposed to Diamond like you, but I think it was because we wanted Sancho so bad. Now we all have to sit and actually Diamond works. Love channel, says United 190. I couldn't say it any better. I've always hated the Diamond, but when we didn't get a winger, I looked at it pragmatically and calmly and went, why are we playing a 4-3-3? We don't have wingers. We've got loads of good midfielders, and if you play 2 up front instead of 3, it gives you depth and quality in the front 2 positions. The Diamond is the way to go. Why is everyone comparing the players? Can't we just be happy that everyone is playing well and we are winning, says Sam A. And notice how RB stopped going down Wan-Bissaka's side in the second half. His fear factor is back, says Michael Merrow. Wan-Bissaka's a weird one, isn't he? I don't even understand why he played badly for so long, because he's such a good player. He missed out on Player of the Year because he came back from lockdown so bad. Luke Shaw I'd give a 7.5, but I'll go with a 7. I wouldn't give him an 8 that Wan-Bissaka got. Nearly scored a goal in the first half. If Poulsen had moved his head out of the way, that was going in the top corner. Keeper wasn't saving that. Put a fantastic cross in that Martial should have got his head on. And defensively was very good. I mean, to me, Luke Shaw is our backup left back. And that is, again, quality. When Tellez is back, Luke Shaw will go on the bench. But as a backup left back, he's better than most left backs in the Premier League. So very happy with Luke Shaw again tonight. Matic, I can't give him any higher than a 7 because he did come off after an hour, but I thought Matic played really, really well. Dictated and orchestrated from deep. It's a very, very important job in a diamond, and I'm telling you now, if you think McTominay can orchestrate a diamond, you're going to have a few problems. He hasn't got the experience or respect in the game to do that. Matic has, and he did it so well. Fred, to me, smash a like on the video if you agree. I'm going to have to give him a 10. I thought, no, man of the match as well. No, I'm going to give him a 10. I mean, he was superb. Absolutely superb. Like, to see a tackle go to a goal so quickly, he made 2 goals from 2 tackles. He was absolutely everywhere. I know people don't like his passing, and I know people don't like his first touch, but it doesn't actually matter. He brings so much to the team in a diamond because of his tenacity, and he was everywhere. I tell you what, if that had been Kante tonight, everyone would have said world class. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I don't normally give my man of the match away early, but I thought it was flawless. And it's a Champions League performance, and Fred always plays well in the Champions League. I want him to do it in the Prem. Pogba, to me, probably a 7. I thought the assist, I wouldn't go as high as a 7.5. I didn't think it, no. I disagree. I don't think Pogba, whoever's been giving him 8s and 9s, you're having a laugh. I thought Pogba looked exhausted in the second half, and he faded in the last 10 minutes of the first half. I was surprised he stayed on as long as he did. But I've always said this about Pogba this season. He clearly is recovering from COVID, and he's clearly not match fit. So it's a really good sign as to how he's going to get better and better. And I think he is getting better and better. But the assist he got on the first goal was brilliant. He weighted the pass perfectly, and he waited until the last moment to play the pass. So good performance from Pogba. I wouldn't go higher than a 7 myself. Van der Beek, I'm going to be honest and give him a 6. I don't think his performance justified anything better than an average performance. I was very happy that he played. He's not going to be starting against Arsenal. And as long as we pick that same formation and most of those players, I don't mind Van der Beek being on the bench because he'll get lots of opportunities in this team. I was getting frustrated about how far he was behind Dan James and Mata, which is bollocks. But I thought Van der Beek played well today, but nothing better than average, and I thought he was out of position. He was playing too high up. He's not that high up a midfielder. He needs to play where Pogba's playing or where Fred is playing. And at the moment, he can't play where Fred plays, so it's got to be him or Pogba in the team. But I thought Donny played well, and he showed that he's a quality player. Greenwood, 7 for me for Greenwood. The goal was fantastic, but he didn't really get into the game apart from that, did he? I mean, I don't know whether I'm being a bit harsh on Greenwood there, but I thought he played well, but I don't think he got into the game much after that, and I thought the substitution came at the right time. But what I would say about Greenwood, he's been out of the team a lot recently, hasn't he? So for me, we must remember that as well. This is the first time we've played this formation. The last time we played it was Everton, and it was a disaster. It's the first time we've played it well. A lot of those players haven't been playing. Van der Beek, Pogba, Matic, Greenwood. So, put some respect on that aspect as well. The fact that Pogba tired, the fact that Matic tired, the fact that Greenwood tired, it's expected. And Donny. Mason scored with his first ever shot in the Champions League. Clinical, says Usman. Very solid performance. Glory, glory, Man United from New York, says Greg Basham. Bryce Colam, thanks for the super chat. And Pete and Gabriel will handle the United attack. Don't worry, they were well drilled, says Arsenal fan Zayn Miasi. And welcome to the members club, Bryce Colam. You can do that by clicking the join buttons. Please keep subscribing if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, we're only 100 away from 888,000. So please subscribe if you're new. We can hit that. Apparently Tellez has got COVID. So this is just coming in from the live comments. Tellez has got COVID. Mark, did you watch the same game? Van der Beek had some excellent one touches and he opened the team up, says Che with Gary. Mate, it's all about opinion. I think Van der Beek played too high up the pitch. I'm not having it that he's a number 10. And I think Bruno is streets ahead of him, but I want them to play in the same team. I don't want this rhetoric to grow that it's Donny or Bruno. It's a waste of time. They should both be in the same team. So we've not finished yet. I'm still I've still got more to do. We'll come back to Tellez in a minute. If anyone can give us a little bit more on that. I don't know why that's taken a bit of time to come out. So Mason Greenwood 7.4 for you. I give him a 7. Martial 8 for me. I thought he had a very frustrating game, Tony. And he's going through a very frustrating time. That red card is clearly going to stump his growth. And his momentum. It was so important he scored tonight though, because I think Rashford comes on and gets a hat-trick and he's probably like, I can't believe this. I've worked my arse off all game and I've not got a goal. But he played so well. He got a brilliant assist for Rashford's hat-trick goal. He earned the penalty himself. He scored the penalty. And I thought Martial played well. I do. I think he played well, and I think he's the one player with Cavani who actually knows how to play as a central striker. And I think Rashford and Greenwood really benefit from the work rate he puts in. There's so much that Martial does off the ball, coming deep, creating the space, and it benefits people like Greenwood and Rashford. I haven't seen Greenwood's goal back again, but I'll guarantee Martial's making a run to make the space for him. And I think that he played well. 9 for me, Rashford. I'm not giving him a 10 because that's for the man of the match, Fred. But coming on and scoring a hat-trick, you normally would get man of the match. And I'm sure many of you will give him man of the match. But he looked... all I can say about Marcus Rashford is that is Marcus Rashford at his best. Direct, not second-guessing, not thinking, just playing on his talent. And I think Rashford, since his injury, has overthought things. He's tried to play a pass. He's stopped before. He runs, then he stops. There's no fluidity there. And I think Rashford is a player who, when he just plays on the edge, magical things happen. And if he can take that form into the game against Arsenal, he can be the match winner in that game. In fact, part of me wishes he'd kept a couple of goals back for Arsenal, because I think with no Martial, Rashford's going to be very important. But he looked smooth at the moment. I mean, that goal he scored, he didn't score, where it would have been one of the best goals of the year. He looked absolutely brilliant. Hungry, fit, on his game, on the best of his game. So a 9 for me, but I agree. Some people have given him a 10. McTominay, I just thought a 6. I mean, some people have given him a 7. I don't get what McTominay did when he came on that was so good. For me, it was Bruno and Rashford who stretched the game. McTominay just patrolled well. Passing was still not that good. But yeah, he did all right. I'd give him a 6. I wouldn't give him anything better than an average 6. I gave Donny van der Beek a 6. So I'm not going to give McTominay any higher than that. Bruno 8. Yeah, the pass to for the second goal was brilliant. And the contrast for me in, Bruno is a number 10. And I thought Bruno was fantastic when he came on. Let's not forget the free kick he could have shot where he dinked it over the top and Martial should have scored as well. Bruno's the conductor at the other end of the pitch. Absolutely fantastic. Twansebi, you can't give him anything better than a 6. 6.5. And Cavani, can't give him anything better than a 6. 6. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 9. Hey! 9, yes. But yeah, you can't give him a 10. I don't want Ollie getting too big a boots, but 9 again. Look, he's. I said a joke actually. For those people who want Pochettino, maybe we should do a job share. Pochettino does the Premier League and Ollie does the Champions League. But in all seriousness, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing a great job in the Champions League. He is absolutely amazing, and what I would say about Ollie is it absolutely surprises me that. That the Ollie outers will still exist. If we draw with Arsenal on Sunday, they will be Ollie out again. He's clueless. He's a PE teacher. I don't know any other club that would be Ollie out, that fans would be Ollie out with when he's just beaten PSG, he's just beaten Leipzig, he's done it tactically well. It wasn't like a lucky lake penalty. We've actually deserved to beat them both, which isn't always the case in football. You can get a good win and not necessarily totally deserve it. It could be an equal game that you nick. He's absolutely hands down deserved to win both games. He's absolutely hands down pocketed both of those managers. And he finished 3rd last season when it didn't look possible. I don't know why you would consider sacking a manager when they're doing those things. Most managers in world football are not doing what he's doing. Now, I'm not saying he's definitely going to be the man that wins as a Champions League or a Premier League, but he definitely deserves another few months to see where it's going to go. I don't think his job should even be considered to be on the line. And I think it's quite surprising that some people still think it is. And you will still have people saying, oh, that's the players, it's not the system. And I'm like, it gets to a point where you really may as well put an idiot tattoo on your forehead. Because if Ollie wanted to sit you down, he's absolutely sat you down, because he's changing formations in every game. And he's changing tactics in every game. And he's making big subs in every game. So how is that about the players? It's clearly about the coaching. And it's clearly about the tactical setup. So I think these people who say he's got no tactics and he doesn't know what he's on about, you might not like what those tactics are, although I don't know what you're complaining about tonight or last week, but you cannot say he hasn't got any tactics. Even if I wanted to, which I don't, I couldn't justify that. It's unjustifiable. Right, let's see who your man of the match is. I think it should be Fred, but I'm not so sure. Submit your vote. Rashford. Well, I've been sat down myself. The thinking man's man of the match didn't get man of the match. With 56% of the vote, you've gone for Rashford, and this is why you are the scientific experiment. This is why people like Ronaldo and Messi win the Ballon d'Or and people like Van Dijk and others don't, because people don't go for the real man of the match. They go for the glory man. And I think Rashford played really well today. But for me, Fred was easily man of the match. And he played the full 90 minutes and he was superb. But the glory always goes to the goal scorers. That's football. So if you are a youngster out there and you're thinking which is the place to play, if I want the big sponsorship deals, the big boot deals, the big wages, where's the best place to play? Up front, because you get the glory. Doesn't matter what's going on behind you, you will get the glory. And Marcus Rashford in any other game would have been my man of the match, but I just think Fred deserved it today. Agreed that Van der Beek was playing too high, says Dipan, but the intricate and quick passing ability to beat the press surely deserves better than average. Come on. And spitting truth, Mark, totally agree, says Lars. But I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, at the end of the day, we're splitting hairs. Rashford was superb. He scored a hat-trick in the Champions League, and it was a very good hat-trick as well. And he could have had 2 more. I just thought Fred was brilliant. I really do, but it doesn't really matter to me. So Tellez has got COVID. Let me just find out what's going on here. Yeah, so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has confirmed that Alex Tellez has tested positive for COVID-19. We wish him a speedy recovery and a swift return to the group. So, I suppose the thing with him is he asymptomatic? Asymptomatic means has he got any symptoms? If he's ill with it, this could be 5-6 weeks, like we've seen with Pogba. It could take him a while to get over it. If he's not got any symptoms, it's basically isolation until you're not testing positive. But look, Luke Shaw's doing a good job at the moment. This is why it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. It is unfortunate. You know, I want to see Tellez playing as much as anybody else, but I do like Luke Shaw, and I think that Luke Shaw is doing a good job. But apparently Gamer says he's got no symptoms, so I don't know. I don't know. Then I mean, he might be back for the Arsenal game. No, he can't be back for the Arsenal game because that's not 2 weeks from the PSG game. So Arsenal going to rather be participating in some CBT than playing the game on Sunday, says Jeremy Swaz-Lynch. And best manager in history of football, Sir Alex, interim manager Ollie facing the sack, says Rowan. He is asymptomatic apparently. And people don't understand Rashford won't get the hat-trick without Fred, and the team wouldn't have won 5-0 either. Strikers just get all the praise. Says Pumpkin Spice. Like, it's always been the way. It's absolutely always been the way. And I don't really care. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a fantastic performance. And I'm really, really over the moon with it. And I hope that you are all as well. Please subscribe if you are new. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 100 subscribers away from 889,000. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner right now. Subscribe. Let's see if we can hit that. With the man of the match ratings, can we see what percent of the vote the other players got to have an idea about the voting distribution? Says Emil M. I don't have access to that, Emil, but I would imagine if 56% went for Rashford, I'd say a good 30% went for Fred. Maybe Wan-Bissaka maybe got 10%, something like that. But yeah, if Tellez got COVID and tested positive last Thursday, it's 2 weeks, isn't it? So he's not going to be back until the Everton game. So he's not going to be back for Arsenal, which is the main question, isn't it? There we go. I think it's time to do a raid, everybody. Let me just double check. Live fan reaction show with Flex. And it is raid time. It is raid time. They've already started. So you can get over to the fan reaction show with Flex and KG. And I'm just seeing who else he's got on now. Sophie's on there as well. Link in the video description. It's raid time. It's time to get over there. The chat continues with KG, Flex, Sophie and Xander. Get over there. Smash raid into the live comments. Thanks everyone for watching my stream. We've still got Ricky's fan cam and the fan reaction show continues for the next hour or so. Beth's fan cam as well. Lots to discuss. We head towards Arsenal on a high. Thanks everyone. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for everyone who's become a member. And thanks for subscribing. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go and watch the fan reaction show now. Speak to you in a bit.